Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and I am here just enjoying some, I guess it's a mocha, right? Because all a mocha is coffee and chocolate, right? Like milk and chocolate. So I kind of made my own little mocha and put some whipped cream on it. And so I just decided to jump up on here and just talk to you guys about something. I'm going to be a little bit transparent about some things, but also I don't want to take up too much time because at the end of what I have to say, I have um, a surprise for you at the end of the video. So this video might be a little bit longer than my usual videos, but so I did my first Christmas vlog, and I basically just tried to be intentional about filming uh, just the Christmas events that took place with me and my family, and my son actually helped me with editing it because I don't know how to do all that stuff. I mean, I could figure out how to do it, but um, I tried, and it's so time consuming, and I don't know, I just don't like doing it. So he helped me with it. He charged me $5 though, but hey, whatever, it got done. So I hope y'all like it at the end. But I just want to talk to you real quick. It's kind of like a continuation of my last video when I was talking about just making the best out of Christmas, because I know that sometimes, or for some of us, this season, this holiday is actually, it's kind of hard. It can be kind of difficult and just mentally and emotionally taxing and draining for various reasons. And so this year I made the best of it, right? And what I mean by that is, so this year was the first year that, well, the first year in a long time that I actually celebrated Christmas with my children, like just the three of us. Because usually we have our tradition where we go Christmas Eve night. We spend, and some really sometimes it happens like earlier in the day. I spend that at my aunt's house. We do something called Noche Buena because I'm Spanish, and so it's just a Spanish tradition where we celebrate Christmas Eve night. And so we do that and we look forward to that. And that's been kind of our family tradition for years. And but then like Christmas Day, I either stay the night at my aunt's house, and then we kind of do Christmas morning there with them, and like she cooks breakfast and they have their gifts and like all of that stuff, like for their family, right? Not us, not me or my children. Like we're just kind of there, just spectating. Um, or we just come home and we just do nothing on Christmas Day. We're just kind of home doing nothing. But I have to confess that, so I became a mom at 19, and so I say that because I was just trying to figure my life out, right? And so things have happened along the over the years. And so one of the things that has happened is I found myself without a job at Christmas time, um, three or four different times, a lot, enough to just say, you know what? I think we're just gonna not celebrate Christmas because I'd rather not celebrate it than like get my children's hopes up for it. And then like, what if I don't have a job that year, or like whatever the case may be. So the last time we celebrated Christmas as a family, just the three of us, was oh goodness, I think I want to say 2013 or 2014, a really long time. Um, mm, I had to take a quick sip of that. It's so good. It's so good. Hold on one second. So good. Christmas just takes me off of all my health goals, y'all. So I gotta get back on it. Um, I guess that's why everybody goes on a diet for the new year, because they eat so bad for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. You got candy on Halloween, you got a feast of just everything for Thanksgiving, and then Christmas is just like another Thanksgiving, I guess. But anyways, so yeah, so 2013, 2014 was the last time we actually celebrated it, where I actually like bought them gifts and they opened gifts together and just all of that stuff. So and a lot of it was just, it was because of that. It was really out of fear, because I didn't know what my financial situation was. Now, mind you, through all of those years, my financial situation actually was pretty good, to where we could have had pretty decent Christmases, but I don't know. Then there was also just my own personal reasons, if I'm being honest. My childhood was a little um, just dysfunctional and unstable, to say the least. And so I have some good Christmas memories from when I was really, really young. But then once I turned like around 10 or 11, things started to get pretty rocky. And so I have some like sad Christmas memories. And so there was kind of like that underlying reason there. And then of course all of this stuff about, oh, Christmas is pagan, it's not really Jesus' birthday, and like all that stuff. And just also the commercialism of it, just the busyness and the traffic and the stores. I mean, there were a lot of reasons why, but I would think the main reason was it really was just a reminder to me for, I don't know, I guess how, I don't want to like make it seem so negative, but yeah, just like how just dysfunctional um my childhood and family is, but also it's a reminder of like what I don't have and I wish that I did have, which is like this I don't know, just like this togetherness and this belonging. Um I don't know if you guys know what I'm trying to say, but this is just me trying to be transparent on the spot. And to be honest, I'm still processing some of that emotion, and but I'm just being truthful with you. So this year I decided that I'm gonna make the best of it. And so me and the kids celebrated Christmas together. And so we did Christmas Eve night at my aunt's house, and then Christmas Day. Well, it was like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning when we come home, so it's still Christmas Day. But Christmas Day, I cooked a really big breakfast. It was a late breakfast, y'all. It wasn't like, don't think that I was up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, when we didn't get home until like 4 or 5 from my aunt's for Christmas Eve. But we had a late breakfast. Okay, let's say a brunch. It was really more like a lunch, breakfast lunch, because it was too late to even be called brunch. But so I cooked a big breakfast, and then I bought them gifts, and they each told me one thing that they really wanted, so I made sure that they got that one thing, and then I bought them some additional things, and so it was just a good sweet time. And we sat down together when we watched Christmas movies. We watched 2 Christmas movies together, and then, well, my oldest picked one, then my youngest picked one. Then it was my turn to pick one, and then of course they didn't want to watch what I wanted to watch, so then that whole process is over. And then I think after that, that was when I got up and cooked breakfast, and we had a big breakfast, and it was just a sweet time. And so I'm thankful that I picked that back up. How I see it right now, I have not a lot of time left with my kids before um, I launched them off into adulthood. And to be honest, the teenage years have been a little rough for us in this house. So we started a little rocky, but I am determined that we're gonna finish strong. And the decision that I made to celebrate Christmas together this year was one of those things that I am doing to just be intentional about finishing strong in my parenting journey with my children as children. Because as we know, us as adults, right? Like once we become adults, our parents don't stop being parents. Parents are still parents. If not, I think even more. I think as we get past 18, 19, 20, 25, we kind of need our parents a little more. Unfortunately, I didn't have that again. Dysfunction and all of that stuff, right? But I'm moving past that, and I am going to um, break that cycle, and I am going to change that. My children are going to have a different experience, but not only that, I'm just not going to allow my memories and my lack, if I can even call it lack, because I know both of my parents, I know both sides of my family. I'm super blessed to have grown up with both sides of my family, even though my parents were never married, um, and I spend Thanksgiving with my mom's family. I spend Christmas with my dad's family. You know, like I actually have a choice which family to spend the holidays with. Everyone doesn't have that choice, you know. So I'm blessed, right? And I think we tend to just focus on the lack. We focus on what we don't have. We focus on what we wish we had, or we compare. We compare our life to other people, and what they have and the way that they do things. And you know what? Instead of doing that, I am just going to I'm going to start my own tradition. I am going to um have my own joyful memories with my children. And when they have children, you know, my hope and my prayer is that these traditions that I'm starting with my children, even in their later stage of their childhood, that these traditions will be passed on to their children. And hopefully, I'll have on Christmas Day, I'll have a house full of um, grandchildren running around. And I dream, because I have boys, so I always dream of like my daughter-in-laws just like loving me and stuff like that. Since I don't have daughters, they'll kind of be like my second daughters, and just things like that. So, anyways, I guess I will just end this by saying, um, let's make choices today that will help us have a better future. And let's not allow the things from our past affect our present, because when we allow our past to affect our present, guess what? Our present will affect our future, because in our future, our present will be our past. So let's make choices today that will allow us to have a better future. What do you dream of for your future? I want you to see that, and I want you to think about ways and things that you can do to make that future dream a reality, whatever it might be. Doesn't have to be Christmas, doesn't have to be family. It could be financial, it could be career, it could be educational, it could be whatever, anything. It could be anything. It could be in your spiritual life, it could be in your mental health. It could be with relationships, whatever. If you're married, it could be that. Whatever the case may be, um, see the future that you want for yourself, and just intentionally think about things that you can do right now, today, to bring that future to reality. So, coming up next is just a really quick Christmas blog. My son edited it, so I hope you like it and enjoy it. And I will see you on the next video. Again, Merry Christmas, guys. I know it's over, it's 2 days past, but Merry Christmas still, and Happy New Year. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, y'all. So Christmas Eve, or Christmas for me, starts on Christmas Eve. I'm Spanish, so we celebrate something called Noche Buena. And so right now I'm at my house, and the Christmas Eve tradition starts with me making macaroni and cheese to bring. This year I'm also going to be bringing, or I also brought hot cocoa. So you see that already in the trunk, because I'm going to be making it over there. So I just have like a Christmas movie playing in the background, and I start making the mac and cheese like around 3 o'clock ish, because I try to leave my house by 6 o'clock. So making the mac and cheese, taking a shower, getting dressed, and all that good stuff takes me about 3 hours. So here I am making the mac and cheese. It's a layered baked macaroni and cheese, and I'm just kind of showing you the process here real quickly. Maybe one day, I have that whole clip, so I might actually repost this and just kind of go over like just the whole recipe. It is a hit. I'm very, very proud of my macaroni and cheese. So you're gonna see me at the end of this with like a sheet mask on my face, because I had to like let the pasta kind of cool down before I poured the milk and egg mix over it. And I wanted my face to be nice and supple and shiny for New Year's Eve celebration. So you're gonna see me with a sheet mask on my face at the end of the whole baked macaroni and cheese process. But anyway, so once I get the final layer down and everything, I throw it in the oven on 350 for about 30 minutes or so, just to melt everything together. So yeah. Then after I do the mac and cheese, I go and I get dressed, I do my makeup and all that good stuff, and I leave my house like I said, like around 6 o'clock, because the celebration starts at 6, but honestly, people don't really start showing up until like 8. So we're always the first ones to get there, because I'm always usually helping to get everything set up and everything. So next, you will see us entering my aunt's neighborhood, and this is where we celebrate Noche Buena every year at her house. The whole family gathers. We actually had a smaller crowd this year because we had a baby, a cousin that was in labor, and her baby was actually born on Christmas Day at 1 o'clock in the morning. So we have a Christmas baby in the family for the first time. So here's my aunt's house, and I always joke and say that they literally have the whole Christmas aisle of Home Depot in their yard. My uncle just goes all out with the lights and decorations and things like that in the yard, but yeah, it's still beautiful and festive. And so this is where we celebrate Noche Buena. And like I said, we're always the first people to get there, so I will get in there and kind of help finish up with, food and setting out the table and setting the food out and everything like that. I'm actually going to start by making my hot cocoa. So this is the first year that I brought the hot cocoa to Noche Buena, but it's not the first time I've made it. I've made it for another event, but if you can look it up, it's just crock pot hot cocoa or slow cooker hot cocoa. It's delicious, y'all. I would say two things that I did differently with mine is one, most recipes that you find online say to use semi-sweet chocolate morsels, and I actually used 3 different types of chocolate morsels. I used semi-sweet, milk chocolate, and dark chocolate because I love dark chocolate. And I just feel like those, just putting the 3 chocolates together balances the flavor, and it's not too sweet. But basically the recipe consists of milk, heavy whipping cream, and sweet condensed milk, and then a teaspoon of vanilla and a vanilla extract. And then I popped a cinnamon stick in there just to give it some extra, just to give it like an extra Christmassy kind of flavor. But most recipes don't call for that, but I love cinnamon. So anytime I have an opportunity to put cinnamon on anything or in anything, I do. So once you mix all of that together, you just top it off and put it on high. It takes about 3 hours, honestly, to melt everything. So it's like really slow because it's a slow cooker recipe. But good thing it takes forever for everybody to arrive. So by the time everybody kind of arrived, it was ready for the most part, ready to serve. And unfortunately, I did not get any footage of people actually drinking the hot cocoa, but I promise y'all it was a hit. It was delicious. So look up the recipe and maybe make it for your next family gathering, winter family gathering, whatever that might be. I'm actually having a bonfire party at my house next month, so I'll be making crock pot hot cocoa for that as well. So there's my dog. You saw her in her little red jacket, and she literally ripped that thing off and hid it somewhere. We could not find it. She hated it. She did not want to wear it. So yeah, here I am putting it on high for 3 hours and just let it all melt. And then you serve it with a ladle. This is the dessert and appetizer table. We had a little bit more once people started getting there. This is the food again. There's my mac and cheese, y'all. So good. It's such a hit every year. People look forward to me bringing the mac and cheese every year. And so we just have a lot of meat, a lot of different meats, and we have some appetizer sandwiches, and this is just us in the kitchen, still kind of getting everything together. A few of us have arrived by now. You see us just kind of hanging out in the living room. There's the hot cocoa kind of melting down. And then we had a group that was outside in front of the fire. It was a cold Christmas this year. First cold Christmas in Florida in a long time. We were like in the 30s. And so yeah, there was just a lot of laughter and good conversation by the fire that night. So there is a small group of us out here. I love fires, y'all. Like I said, I'm having a bonfire party next month in my backyard, and I'm so excited about it. I just don't know what else to do around a fire besides just talk and laugh. So I gotta look up ideas for games, just other ways to keep people engaged. If y'all know of anything, please let me know in the comments if you have any like bonfire engagement ideas for my party that I'm having next week. So yeah, that was me just showing my drink because I was recording. I had G&T. I was drinking G&T, sipping on G&T. That's like my favorite cocktail. But yeah, so here's some more just fire talk with the family. And then here we are just gathered around in the living room. We played a couple of games. There's my puppy without her jacket. Yeah, so we played a couple of Christmas games. We played bingo. We did the white elephant exchange. And then we had some other games in mind, but we didn't get to play them because we had a surprise guest. And then, of course, they took up all the attention. So for my elephant gift, I got like this chocolate set, which you'll see. But I didn't even take it home, y'all, because at the beginning of the year, I'm actually going to not be eating sugar for 40 days. So I really didn't want chocolate in my house because I love chocolate. And it would have been hard to just see that yummy chocolate just sitting there and I can't even eat it. So that's Christmas Eve, y'all. And we do this every year with the family. And then Christmas Day is just at the house. There's our mess. The kids did not want to be on camera. And we opened our gifts and we watched Christmas movies together. And I made a big Christmas breakfast. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.